Hey, what's up, you guys? I'm Jaquan,
I'm Jasmine.
and welcome to the Film
Film
Spill.
spill. So today, guys, we're going to be reviewing seasons one, two, and three of Narcos. This is a drama series, and here's the summary. Netflix chronicles the rise of the cocaine trade in Colombia and the gripping real-life stories of drug kingpins of the late 80s in this raw, gritty original series. Also detailed are the actions taken by law enforcement as they battle in the war on drugs, targeting notorious and powerful figures that include drug lord Pablo Escobar.
Yeah. So, Narcos is definitely one of those shows that I hold near and dear to my heart. I feel like it was kind of when we started doing like this binging thing together, watching shows way back in 2015 when we started, watching shows together. So, definitely have a special place in my heart when we talk about Narcos. I give this series a five. And once again, a lot of this stuff that we talk about don't really get five. But it's going to get it based off of season one and two. Season three, I don't think it was a five, but season one and two was able to hold the entirety of Narcos to me. So I for sure give this series a five. Let's get into my pros and my cons. So the man of the hour, Pablo Escobar. Me and you watched so many drug movies and series over the years. I still feel like this is number one out of everything that we watch. Like I said, when we talk about like drug trafficking and we talk about the Medellin, all the lingo that we learn when we talk about that life, we learn from this series. So Pablo Escobar, finding out that his net worth was $30 billion off of drugs, which is just crazy. We both love the intro music. Thought that was lit. Still, we sing it sometimes. One thing that I think it was very underrated. I just really like how the story progressed and the years moved forward. As you watching the intro, you saw who the president was. Like they depicted a different president every single time. I thought that was cool because it was like, okay, now this president, he's in office. Is he going to be able to stop Pablo Escobar? Because it just kept changing. And I thought that was cool to see. The actor who played Pablo Escobar, Wagner Moore. Oh my
He
God,
did a great job.
amazing job. And it became one of those things where it's like now when you think of Pablo Escobar, I think of him. I don't even think about the real Pablo
That's
Escobar.
true.
This guy
Yeah.
face pop up. Anybody who's an actor out there, I want to be an actor one day. But if you get into these roles, this is how you do it, right? There's a few people who've done that, like Ray Charles with Jamie Foxx. There's a few people who's able to step into that role completely, and you forget that no, this is fake. He's not the real person. I thought that was him. Like it got like that. So another thing, just talking about Pablo Escobar. A lot of you guys know I do music, and I have a song called Pablo Escobar that I created back in 2017. And literally just talking about him, just talking about his life, what he did. It's everything about Pablo Escobar. I have a whole record, so definitely check that out. One of the best lines I like from early in the season, I think it was season one, when basically he gets stopped on a bridge and he's trying to bribe one of the police officials to get through, and he basically tells him like, plata or plomo basically means like gold or lead. Like I'm gonna give you money for you to let
Silver
me,
or lead.
yeah, silver or lead. It's like I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna bribe you either with this money or you just gonna get these lead. You're gonna get the bullets. You're gonna die, which is just crazy. So amazing line. Finding out that George Young, right? Once again, another drug movie. Shout out to Johnny Depp and Blow. Finding out that he was one of the people who flew planes for Pablo Escobar. That was cool because once again, I really enjoy the Blow movie. Um, Finding out that Forbes put him as the seventh richest man alive. Once again, he's doing this from drugs. Like he's selling drugs, and Forbes literally listed him. I really like how he was the man of the people. Like I feel like he really took care of the people. Created opportunities for them, gave out money, did a lot of stuff. But on the other side, he was a savage too. He killed a lot of people who were innocent. He went to war with the government. He went to war with other cartels. The man was a savage, and people were dying left and right. So yeah, that was crazy. Colonel Correa, the police officer who was basically tasked to kind of bring Pablo Escobar down, he was as crazy as Pablo Escobar, but he's with the government and police. But he was any means necessary, killing the drug traffickers, trying to bring Pablo Escobar down. And he was a thorn in Pablo Escobar's side until eventually he ended up getting killed by Pablo Escobar. But he was a savage as well. And then going into season three, talking about the Cali cartel. I just think that they were more level-headed. Like they also had the same level of ruthlessness. They were like businessmen. They kind of like Pablo Escobar was like drug trafficker, warlord, savage, get it by any means necessary. But he was wealthy. He was smart. These people just were very brilliant. It's like they took their business experience and then they was able to grow this cocaine business. The only two cons I have was just seeing his downfall. I think that was just kind of hard to see because they built it up so much. Like he was like this huge important figure, and then for him to just go from just being out in the open and just all that other stuff, and just being powerful. This now he was in hiding a lot of the times in season 2. He's hiding in trunks and stuff. Like it was just crazy. And then losing his wealth, there was burning everything, taking everything from him. His people were dying, and then him just getting killed on the roof. It was just like dang. But hey, he said he wasn't about to go to no jail. He went out guns blazing. They killed him, but hey, it was crazy. And the last con was just the Cali Cartel. I just felt like it was not that captivating to me. Like after we watched it, like I don't remember too much about season 3 with them characters. I know a lot about, Pablo Escobar because he was just like this huge figure. But other than that, I gave it a 5.
Okay, guys. I will give this series a 4 out of 5. So, like he was saying, basically, he was a Colombian drug lord and kingpin. He was the leader of the Medellin cartel, and he became a billionaire through the production and distribution of cocaine. I think it was so crazy that he made so much money. Like he was trying to launder it through, different businesses. He was spending it, and he had to bury it. Like he has so much money that he didn't know what to do with it. He had to bury it outside, like in the backyard. So that was crazy. And like he said, he was on the Forbes International Billionaires list for 7 years in a row. That's just crazy from drugs. But of course, they also showed different interactions, like I said, with other drug lords, with the DEA agents, with just a bunch of different people, but also showing his life from when he was a kid and he was poor and stuff like that. And then of course season 3 talks about the Cali Cartel, which he said it wasn't as great as, like, once Escobar died and was gone, it wasn't that great of a series, But like he said, it was sad to watch his downfall. Just because we watched his whole life and everything that he was trying to do to help his community and stuff. Like he said, he was a savage, but we just watched his whole rise and fall. Yeah. Like it was just kind of crazy. It was just really hard to see. Even though he did a lot of bad stuff, it was just like really hard to see. But like he said, the actor, he did a great job. Narcos, I feel like they started our thing of like watching a bunch of drug shows and stuff like that. So overall, really enjoyed it. If you like watching that type of drug shows and stuff like that, I think you should definitely watch this. And I give it a 4 out of 5.
Just like always, make sure you guys like, subscribe, and comment. You guys have a good one.